Was Chris Rock slapped because he was black? Did Will Smith slap Chris Rock because Chris Rock was a black man? And the answer is yes. Most people in America don't even know that society is trained to abuse black men, and these messages are being transmitted through the television and other media outlets. Why did Will Smith walk up on that stage to assault Chris Rock during the Oscars or the Academy Awards on Sunday, March 27, 2022? Chris Rock was just stated, "Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it." And Will Smith was also laughing at the joke. Smith was also laughing after he slapped Chris Rock and walked back to his seat. Therefore, Will Smith wasn't sorry for what he did. Will Smith intentionally and maliciously slapped Chris Rock. Actress Regina Hall mentioned Jada and Will Smith's name, and she stated, "Will Smith, you're married, but you know what? You're on the list and it looks like Jada approved you. So get on up here. Get on up here." Why didn't Will Smith walk on the stage and slap Regina Hall? Because Regina Hall mentioned Jada and she was talking about the fictitious marriage arrangement between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith wouldn't have slapped Regina Hall because Smith knows that he would have gotten into trouble for doing something like that, and he would have been classified as a woman beater and he would have been arrested. And if Chris Rock was a white man, then Will Smith would have never touched him, because Will Smith would have thought twice, and he knows what would have happened to him if he had placed his hands on a white man. Security would have treated him like Charles Oakley at a New York Knicks game. And if security couldn't get Will Smith out, then they would have called the police to get him out. The police also said that they were not going to arrest Will Smith because the victim refused to press charges. The victim doesn't have to press charges for an arrest to be made. If a white man was slapped and the white man didn't press charges, then the police would have arrested the black man anyway. If a woman was raped, do you think that a police officer needs the victim to press charges for the suspect to be arrested? If Will Smith had a knife or a gun and he pulled it out on Chris Rock or fired off a shot in the audience, do you think that the police is going to ask anybody to press charges in order for Will Smith to be arrested? If you look at the Capitol riot, which occurred on January 6, 2021, you saw a bunch of white people who stormed the Capitol. Do you think that black people would be able to do something like that? A friend of mine who is a black man who came out of jail asked me, "What do you think would happen if black people stormed the Capitol?" I said to him, "What? There would be black blood all over the Capitol." And when I said that, he began laughing. He then asked me, "What do you think would happen if black people got together and they started lynching white people in America?" I just shouted, "What? What? Are you all right? Are you all right? Do you notice that black people are shooting black people in America? Do you notice that black people aren't shooting white people in America? And do you notice that black people are not going into white neighborhoods and shooting white people in white neighborhoods?" If black people began lynching white people in America, then that is the extermination, the elimination, and the complete extinction of black people in America. They would start with the most famous black people in America and they would execute them right on television. And they would then tell white people in America, "This is how you kill black people in America. And every black body you bring to the morgue, you get $2,000. My friend began cracking up and he couldn't stop laughing. My other friend, who is a Hispanic man, told me, "Look at how they are downplaying those white boys who are going into schools and committing mass shootings. They are totally downplaying that stuff. If black people went into schools and they began shooting all of those white kids, then the president would come on television and he would sign and announce an executive order which would say, all black people can't go to school in America anymore." Did you also notice that the news and other media outlets played a black man being slapped over and over and over again, if the victim was a white man, then they would have never played those images over and over and over again. They would have freeze framed the images and stopped the clip before the impact of the slap, or they would not have showed the video image at all. Look at what they did to George Floyd and Eric Garner. The news media and other outlets repeated the video footage over and over again, and they didn't stop. They were not showing the victimization of black men by police officers. They were letting black people in America know this is what happens to black people when they don't comply and they get out of line. And they were affirming the power of white supremacy in America. While the media was talking about the white people who were claiming that they were in solidarity with black people, there were white people who were cheering the murders of those black men. I had a black friend that went to jail for knocking out a police officer. That news wasn't in the newspapers or on the television. Those video images will never be on television because America doesn't want you to know that black men can handle police officers without weapons. That police officer wasn't laying on the ground because he got shot with a gun. He got shot with a left hook.